Welcome back, everyone, to another episode on the Project Nodenium server. Today, I am super excited, and it's not just because I got a bunch of diamonds from my shop, or because I finished decorating up this room, and it's definitely not because I was able to get a bunch of slime. I am super excited because... Oh, wait. Hold up, what is this on top of my base? I have never seen this before. How long has this been here? Ah, there's a sign. An evil lair needs an evil space laser. Well, this is definitely a space laser. What in the world? With shaders on in the dark, that's looking pretty good. May have to do some investigating to find out who's behind it. Anyways, as I was saying, I am super excited about the episode today because we are going to be starting on phase 1 of the main project for this season. The build that we are going to be working on today is going to involve this little harbor right here, and we are going to start the process of building it up. So we're going to put something right here, we're going to put something over here, and we may end up having to do a bunch of digging to create more space in this area. How convenient that last episode I got a bunch of netherite tools to be able to do all this digging, but I'm not going to be able to start digging right now because I don't have all of the tools and my beacon is over there. So there's a little bit of preparation work that we are going to need to do before we can start. So let's start by emptying out these shulker boxes and carefully put all these items away so it's all nice and organized. It's organized-ish. We may need to get some more shulker boxes, and there's a couple tools that definitely need to be repaired. I think we'll grab these shulker boxes here, dye them all red, and add them to my ender chest. And while we're over here, I think we're going to grab these cacti. And then it's just a quick stop at the gold farm to get all of my tools repaired. I've got my tools all repaired up and the beacon moved over here, and I think what we are going to need to do is first take out a bunch of these trees that are all through here and see what we have to work with. After clearing out all of the trees, there is a little bit of digging that we are going to need to do to remove most of the dirt that's here, and then probably going along this line right here, which is a little bit less than what I was thinking it would have to be. We've finished digging out this area here, and what we need to do next is do a bunch of digging underwater. And I think that the most efficient way to be able to do the digging underwater is to get a conduit. And to do that, we are going to need to go find a shipwreck so that we can find a map. Nope. No map here either. Maybe this time. Nope. Hopefully this one will have one. And please, please, please. Yes, there we are. Buried treasure map. Now let's see if we can find the location where this buried treasure is located. We're at the location for the buried treasure, and it's just a matter of finding the right spot to dig down to be able to locate it. All right, moment of truth. Here's the heart of the sea. That's perfect. And we have a potion of water breathing. I think the rest of it we can just leave in the chest. Now the question is, will we be able to get enough prismarine blocks to be able to set up the conduit? And I was able to get enough. One of the hardest parts about crafting up a conduit is getting all of the nautilus shells, unless you play on a server with someone who has a drowned farm, in which case all it takes is 1 diamond block. So let's get this conduit crafted up, hit the frame build, and place the conduit. Now we can finish the digging. I think we are all finished up with the digging, at least for today. We may end up having to do a little bit more to get rid of this hill and push it back even further, but that will be for another time. What I want to focus on today is getting the build set up for the entrance to this harbor. And that's going to take a couple of blocks that we will need to go out and collect. So I'm going to gather up these shulker boxes and my ender chest, and we are going to start by collecting 39 stacks of basalt, followed by 60 stacks of quartz blocks, which I will get by trading with villagers. We'll then need to use some coal to turn the quartz into smooth quartz. We are also going to need 14 stacks of mushroom stem block. We will also need to collect some cobbled deep slate, wool, polished andesite slabs, diorite walls, stone brick walls, green concrete, green terracotta, and some quartz slabs and stairs. Well, that should just be about everything. Let's get started with building this project. We are going to start out by putting in the underwater foundation for this build. So we are going to put some stone bricks along the base here. We are going to put some mushroom stems right below the water line. And then on these stone blocks, we are going to add these stairs. For the wall that is above the water line, we are going to make use of a combination of bone blocks, the mushroom stems, and then as we work our way up, we will mix in some quartz bricks and quartz pillars to finally the smooth quartz. In each of these little cutouts, we are going to have water that goes down into the ocean. So we are first going to place a soul lantern right here. Then we are going to fill in this space with iron bars. And then we are going to waterlog each of these blocks to be able to create a full system of water that comes out. Along the top of this wall, we are going to have a road that runs all the way around. And for the road, we are going to use a combination of the basalt with the side textures and then the top textures. And then we are also going to mix in some of the cobbled deep slate as well. For the railing along this walkway, we are going to make use of a combination of andesite slabs, which we are going to place in the full block, and then a slab, and then a full block, and then another slab. And then we are also going to use quartz blocks to go along here, with the final step being these alternating patterns of the smooth quartz slabs. Now that we have the platforms completed, the next thing that we need to do is build the towers, which are going to be guarding the entrance to the harbor. The walls of the tower are going to be very similar to the walls that the platforms are built on, in that we are going to use the mushroom blocks and then quartz blocks as well. So let's get the walls built, and then we'll get started with adding in the details. While this is a good start, I think we should add some color next. With a little color added in, it's looking much better, but I think we are still missing some detail on the outside. We've got the structures completed, and I think the last thing that I want to do is give these buildings a purpose. The build is nearly complete. There is just one more thing that we have to do, and that is up here at the top of the tower where we have this pile of soul sand. And what we need to do is light it so that we have a bit of flames up here at the top. And with the flames lit, I think this is a pretty good start to the entrance to our harbor. One feature that I've added to these towers is this wheel and chain that comes down all the way into the water. And initially my thought was that this chain could serve as a way to protect the harbor, to be raised up that would prevent ships or anything from coming in. But I'm not sure if that is what I'm going to do, or if I could stretch the chain across up here and have some sort of lantern or something hanging down in the center. So that's something I'm going to be thinking about. I might change it in the future, but we'll have to wait and see. And before we end today's episode, I did find out who built this laser beam. So we are going to need to think of something to do next time to return the favor. I think that could be fun. But until then, thank you so much for joining me. It's been great having you here. If you enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like. If you want to see more, please subscribe. And until next time, see you later.